My name's Mark, and I recently tried Tinder. I have to say, on balance, it didn't go quite as well as I was hoping. Firstly, it cost me a fortune. Now, for people like me, people who are, how shall I put it, famine resistant, they have a slightly different subscription model. They charge by the pixel. So, I wanted to upload a picture of me to show me as a real Kiwi man. I wanted to upload a picture of me grinning and holding up a snapper to show myself as the mighty warrior of the sea that you Kiwi men on Tinder are. Unfortunately, I've never been very good at fishing, so instead, I used a picture of me holding a fish finger. Now, surprisingly, I did end up on a date with a beautiful woman. And I arranged to take her on a group chartered fishing trip. I had to keep up the fishing ruse as I'd made some rather boastful promises about what I might do to a snapper to reel her in. Anyway, when I met her, she didn't look very happy, and her wrist was in a bandage. And I asked her what the matter was, and she said, "I didn't want to be on a date with you, Mark." She said, "I was trying to swipe to the next guy, but your picture was so big." Anyway, we set off to sea. The captain measures everybody up for a life jacket. They didn't have one in my size. I end up with 2 armbands and a pool noodle. What happened next? Oh, yes. So the captain says to everybody, they said, "Listen, if we do end up in the water, heaven forfend we do end up in the water, grab a hold of something big and floaty." Like him. We set off to sea. Captain says to me, "Mr. Nicholson, would you mind standing at the front, please?" I asked him why. He said something to do with trim, which I took as a misguided compliment. Anyway, Tinder didn't go so well for me, so I've now gone back to my natural ability to pull. Now, ladies in the audience, hey? You felt it, haven't you? You felt that natural attraction to me, but you don't know why. Don't fight it. It's just gravity. Anyway, I haven't always been a sad, fat, lonely fucker. I was once married to a beautiful woman, and as a result, I've got 2 fantastic boys and a crippling credit card debt. Both my boys are here tonight. Now, my younger son said to me the other day, he said, "Dad, I've got something to tell you, and you might not like it." My heart starts pounding. I'm getting worried. What's he done? Has he killed someone? Or worse, got someone pregnant? He says, "Dad, I'm gay." Oh, the relief. And I think I got my boyfriend pregnant. He's young, he's fooling around. I perhaps shouldn't have left his sex education to South Park. We got into a little bit of a fight last night over what eyeshadow he should wear. He said, "Dad, do you think I should wear green to bring out the colour of my eyes?" I said, "Try clear, you queer." He said, "Dad, I hope you die." I said, "Well, come to the comedy on Thursday night. I might just do that." He asked me to watch the drag races with him the other day. I have to say, it wasn't quite what I'd imagined. A hell of a lot of screeching, but not a car to be seen. Mind you, I did kind of like it. That rude Paul's a stunner. He's been tricking me, I found out recently. He's implored me to buy him designer clothes. He said it would help with his confidence. So, as a loving father, I've been paying hand over fist to keep him in Gap. The little shit. Turns out Gap does not stand for gay and proud. Anyway, even before my boys were born, they cost me a fortune. Now, my wife was keen to have children, but distinctly less keen to allow me to perform the manoeuvres necessary to get her in the family way. So she enlisted the help of a pervert in a white coat. Or a fertility specialist, as he preferred to be called. Now, technically, I am still a virgin. It turns out that cuffing the governor into a plastic pot in the hospital toilets does not count. Anyway, before I go, I never told you how my Tinder date finished. So, we're out at sea, up at the front of the boat, and I'm giving a bit of near, far, wherever you are, when we hit an iceberg. Uneaten, still in its plastic wrapper. And I said to my date, I said, do you know, if I'd have eaten more of that lettuce than donuts, you and I probably wouldn't be on a date together. She said, Mark, if you'd have eaten more of that lettuce than donuts, we probably wouldn't be sinking. Thank you.